The end of the road is here. Today is our final day driving our Tuk Tuk Ruby. If you're new here, we're Diana and Daniel, and for the past month, we've been road tripping across Sri Lanka in our very own Tuk Tuk. And what an unforgettable adventure it has been. We came face to face with wild leopards, crossed paths with elephants on the road, handpicked tea in mountain fields, woke up to the sound of waves crashing on tropical beaches, learned to surf in paradise, explored ancient temples, pushed past our fear of heights, and soaked in some of the most breathtaking views we've ever seen. This trip has been a dream, and we're proud to say we crossed off everything on our bucket list. Driving our own tuk-tuk gave us the freedom to chase curiosity, discover hidden gems we never expected, and connect with so many incredible locals along the way. Now it's time to hit the road one last time and say goodbye to Ruby.
This is it, our last few moments here on the Sri Lankan beaches. We would have actually loved to explore a little bit more, but unfortunately the weather did not cooperate. Yesterday it was raining all morning, so we were only able to visit Galle, a really cool and nice city, looking almost like you're in Europe, but we definitely have to return there by next time when we're here in Sri Lanka.
Just gives us an excuse to come back, that's
Yes.
for sure. Today we're driving our Tuk Tuk Ruby all the way back to Negombo to return her. It's gonna be a long drive, I'm sure quite a bit of traffic, so we better get going.
Yeah, we're going through Colombo, and that's a big city.
Yeah. I can't believe this is our last drive with Ruby. Wow. It's a little sad.
It is a little sad. She has been amazing. We've rolled up a lot of kilometers on this trip.
Yes, we've seen so much. I mean, she's taking us to amazing tea plantations. We learned how to harvest tea. Safaris, where you saw a leopard, which is one of your main goals.
That was amazing.
Elephants on the road, which is probably the craziest experience ever.
I'm glad you didn't stall there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's something you don't want to do at the very beginning when you're still learning how to drive the tuk-tuk, that's for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. And then the coast as well. Driving alongside the coast here. When you have good weather, we didn't get too lucky there.
Unfortunately, yes. The beaches here are absolutely amazing. However, we have not had the chance to enjoy them too much, but that's okay. Again, reason to come back again.
Absolutely, and I would absolutely again rent a tuk-tuk. That is the best way to get around here.
There are turtle hatcheries and conservation centers all down the south coast of Sri Lanka. You can really take your pick, but what we found was pretty hard to find one that looks like it's truly ethical. Unfortunately, when you look it up, you see lots of pictures with tourists holding the turtles, which is not ethical. We did find one hatchery which seemed like it was ethical that we visited. We really wanted to learn more about turtle conservation. We went to Wallabada Turtle Hatchery, which is pretty close to Galle, and the turtles there looked really well taken care of. They shared a lot of information with us. From our research, it seems like it's pretty ethical, although there was one point where he did suggest that we could touch the turtle, which was a bit disappointing. We of course didn't do that. Other than that, it looked good. We learned a lot. It's so interesting how in Sri Lanka they have 5 of the 7 turtle species here, and we got the chance to see the baby turtles. They hatch every 45 days or so, and then they keep them for 2 weeks to get them strong before they release them back into the water. The guide there was super helpful and provided us with a lot of information, and we had a good experience there. So check that out, although it's hard to say if it's truly ethical because again, he did ask us or suggest that we can touch them. If you've been to one that is ethical, please do leave it in the comment below and provide your suggestions there.
It is really hard to choose what to do here. There's so many amazing things that you can do in Sri Lanka. We are very glad that tuktukrental.com has a service where they sit down with you virtually over a Zoom call and walk you through all the options, all the loops that they have. And yeah, I mean, you can do this as many times as you want. And we actually changed our mind, I think, twice after we sat down with them, and we are very happy that we did so.
One thing that surprised us about the South Coast is how different our interactions with locals have been here in comparison to the rest of Sri Lanka. So far before the South Coast, we've had amazing experiences. Everyone's been really, really kind. And on the South Coast, our interactions have been a bit more transactional.
Yeah, I mean, not every interaction. Obviously, we had some amazing homestays and hotels, like great customer service. But you can truly see that, I mean, they kinda judge you a little bit more sometimes. And we also had one incident at a gas station as well. So they did charge us quite a bit more.
Yeah, well, no, it was like, not only did they charge us more, they essentially did not start the meter at 0, and they didn't actually fill up our entire tuk-tuk.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So
double charge and did not actually get at all a full tank.
Yeah.
And we thought maybe this would be a one-off, but actually we then looked up the reviews across many different gas stations on the South Coast, and it turns out to be quite a common thing. There's a lot of reviews, multiple gas stations saying the same thing, that they got scammed. So, unfortunate. Up until that point, amazing experience. So, you know, don't be afraid. However, you know, just be careful and keep your eye on the meter, because these scams can happen, unfortunately.
Yep. And it's something that we've been doing like all the time. We also did it this time, but somehow he managed to like distract me, and I didn't like notice it until the end.
Oh well, it happens.
Yep.
A few dollars extra. Worst things can happen, but it was just an unfortunate situation that left us a little bit upset. As we're entering Colombo, we're starting to see higher rise buildings and a lot more police as well. We actually see police all throughout our road trip in Sri Lanka, and one thing that really surprised us is how incredibly friendly they are. I mean, usually you're kind of learn to be scared of police, but in Sri Lanka we've had only positive experiences. They're so chatty, always asking questions, and the few times we were stopped by, they honestly just wanted to chat. We show them our papers, but they barely looked at them. It's just so surprising. It's so refreshing. They're incredibly friendly. Another thing that was super surprising for me and challenging, because we always want to have the roof down on Ruby whenever it's sunny, is finding good sunscreen. I kid you not, I did not think it would be so crazy hard, especially on the South Coast, but you can't find brand sunscreens. Maybe Nivea. We did find one Malibu, but really, really hard. And so we had to buy more local sunscreen, and I'm sorry to say they're not good. They're not good at all. I don't know, they definitely don't think they protect you as well as the other sunscreens, and they melt very strangely. So if you see white patches all over me, that's why. I'm wearing a local sunscreen right now. Oh yeah, the traffic is definitely getting a little bit, it's actually not too bad. I thought it'd be way worse, but you know, you do have those buses that often overtake you, as we've experienced everywhere in Sri Lanka. This road trip has been incredible. One thing that's made it so special is truly the kindness of people in Sri Lanka. Everywhere we've been in Asia, we've experienced incredible kindness, but in Sri Lanka, it is a whole other level. The first day when we were driving our precious Ruby and we stalled it, within 5 seconds, we had 3 locals already by our side helping us restart it. The stories just go on and on. There was one time at a restaurant where we were short on change, and the restaurant owner did not allow us to go to the ATM and get more money, and so we paid much less than we were supposed to. Everywhere we've been, people are just so incredibly friendly. Another restaurant owner didn't even want to let us pay at all on one of the cute little roadside stops, but we asked how much we owed him at the end. He said nothing. We had to fight with him to pay him. I mean, this is just crazy. And honestly, the stories just go on and on. People are so incredibly friendly and hospitable, and just so wanting to know where you're from. Whoa, okay. One thing about being a passenger princess in the back, which I adore this role, you oftentimes don't know when a turn's coming, especially when I'm talking with you guys, and I get thrown around, but I much prefer being here in the back than driving. And honestly, I have to give a shout out to Daniel, because We've gone on some pretty crazy roads on this road trip, and he's handled it like a pro. Many times locals honestly are so impressed when they see him driving, and I'm very proud of him. It's been very smooth. Good job. I am so glad we had good weather, so we're able to enjoy our last drive with Ruby's roof down. It's just been such an incredible adventure, and now we are rolling in to return her to her home. I have to say hello. I have to say it's honestly really sad. She's been with us for the past almost month, and it's gonna be very strange not having her anymore. So sad, but it's been so amazing. She's taken us on epic adventures. But now it's time to take her home. And there she is, driving her back home.
We said our goodbyes to Ruby and dropped her off here at the tuk-tuk-rental.com office in Negombo. So sad.
I'm very sad. I'm gonna miss her, but what an incredible adventure. Seriously, this has been one of the best highlights of our entire travels throughout Asia.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely incredible. We highly recommend renting from tuk-tuk-rental.com. Their customer service is just outstanding.
Honestly, the best way to explore Sri Lanka is definitely with a tuk-tuk, so highly recommend doing that. We will be making a comprehensive guide on what we did, what we can recommend.
Yeah, and everything you need to know about experiencing Sri Lanka in a tuk-tuk, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And if you haven't seen our other videos as part of this entire series, go check those out and see what crazy adventures we've done with Ruby. And the adventures don't stop here. We have one more crazy adventure in Asia, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for upcoming videos. We are going back to the Philippines.
See you in the next one.